Will end early enough, which is good.
It is good. Thank you, Gil. We told you earlier that May is Osteoporosis Month. Did you know diet can play a role in preventing the condition or at least controlling it? Here with us with examples, we have Chris Barrett, clinical dietitian at Hartford HealthCare. It's great to have you with us, Chris.
Great. Thanks.
How big of a role does diet play when it comes to trying to prevent osteoporosis or at least slow it down?
It's actually one of the modifiable risk factors for all people. So it's one thing that people have total control over.
And specifically, though, we need to increase our intake of calcium, vitamin D.
Yeah, so what I bought today is I bought actually some food items that are rich in calcium and vitamin D.
And so what is it that they do, those specific calcium and vitamin D, to help us, I guess, keep our bones healthy?
Yeah, so with bone mineral density, basically how strong our bones are, it actually declines after age 30. So with these food items, what they can do is they can prevent that decrease for us.
And let's take a look at the examples you do have now. So you brought in yogurt.
Yeah, so I bought in some plain low-fat yogurt. It's an optimal source of calcium. Dairy sources are the best sources.
And if you're, just say you're lactose intolerant, what can you do?
Yeah, so that's why I also bought in some collard greens as well. So those are also a really great source of calcium as well.
This is also calcium?
Yes, yep.
Oh, very good.
We won't be able to absorb as much versus the dairy, so we may have to eat a little bit more. But overall, our major benefit would be to have the dairy products.
Eating anything green, wouldn't that increase our calcium intake?
A little bit, but we want to make sure that some items in our system called oxalates or in the food items, they can actually block us from absorbing that calcium.
Okay, so we actually have to be mindful as to how much we eat?
Not too much. We just want to make sure that that's not our only source.
Okay, very good. And you also brought... This is a can
of salmon.
Salmon.
Yeah.
I thought it was tuna for a second. I didn't see what it was.
Yeah, so I bought it. The reason why is a lot of canned salmon also has bones in it, sort of like sardines. So that's actually a source of calcium that people are not even aware of.
Okay, and of course there are omega...
Yep, omega-3s.
And that's another plus.
Yep.
Does that help with anything?
For sure.
With your bones?
Definitely, yeah.
I know overall health, it's good for you.
For sure, and it's also a really great source of vitamin D. So it's sort of one of the best foods for people who are looking...
Oh, so you get everything there.
All in one can, literally.
Okay. Just in one small can.
Yep.
That's great. You actually brought cereal in.
I did.
I'm surprised at this, really. I am.
know. Most people are afraid of carbohydrates, but this is probably one of the items I would recommend you actually go into the aisles to get.
Yeah, because it's processed, number one. I always try to stay away from a box.
Right. Right, but this cereal in particular actually has 100% of most of your nutrients. That's why it's called total.
I can't believe this because seriously, cereal is just not something that I have in my pantry.
Right, I know. Most people don't. So this would be a really great addition, I think, for a lot of people, especially people who are lactose intolerant.
Very good. Now, you have a class coming up. Tell us more about that.
Yeah, I'm super excited. So at the Bone and Joint Institute, we actually have a cooking demonstration class. So on May 20th from 10:30 to 12:30, we have one class, and then from 6:30 to 9:30, we have a second class.
And this is in Hartford?
Yep, it's the Bone and Joint Institute, so right next to Hartford Hospital.
Is there a fee for this?
There is a fee for this.
Okay.
Yep, but it's open to the public, and people can come on and join us.
And if you want more information, where should you go?
Yeah, you can go right to the Hartford Hospital website and just look for the Bone and Joint cooking classes.
Excellent, Chris Barrett. Thanks so much for coming in and sharing all this great information.
Yeah, thank you so much.
You're welcome. We're headed to the kitchen next to finish today's 8-minute meal, a spring soup that tastes